Alright, on my previous video on this second 2008 Gen 1 Speed 3, I talked about parting it out because I thought that maybe the frame had been bent and it was not worth fixing, but it ended up being a control arm. So after digging into it, you can see the control arm was bent pretty good. Let's see here, bent here. So I removed the control arm, the bushing, got a brand new control arm. And on top of that, the reason why it wasn't moving, thought it might have had a bad transmission, was because the control arm was so bent, the passenger side axle was separated. So you can see it's a two-piece axle. This part here goes into the transmission. This mounts up to the block, which, by the way, this only had one bolt in it. It was only this upper bolt. Now it's been replaced. This is the other half of it. You can see it's ground down. So this ground down, I put the new axle in already. So I happen to have the spare axle from the other car, the other Speed 3 2008 I had, and it now has, you can see there, all three bolts that it's supposed to have. Put the new axle in already. It's loose just so I can play with the lower control arm and lower ball joint. But I am fixing this car. So after I fix this lower control arm, I'm going to replace this fender. I have a spare fender from the other car. I also have another hood from the other car. But unfortunately I sold the driver's side fender previously. But I did order a brand new one online. So I'll go ahead and replace this fender when it comes in. And get this thing on the road. We knew the rim was cracked. So that rim that was on here was cracked. I had a whole set of Gen 2 wheels, which are on this car. So I had a spare wheel. I'm gonna put that on after I'm done and see if she runs and drives, and then start working on body stuff. All right, stay tuned. Well, I replaced the control arm, that axle, and it moved under its own power. So it's in the garage now. It's got a check engine light on for the EGR code, but it's also seems to be in limp mode. So I'm gonna look at that right now and see what's going on. Hopefully, I don't hear any open vacuums or anything like that, but hopefully it's something simple. Well, as you can see, I moved the car again. What it was for some reason the harness on the TPS module, or the TPS sensor, was disconnected on the intake manifold. And that's all it was. I just took the car for a ride around the neighborhood, and she boogies. Definitely gonna fix her up. So like I said, I got this fender here, I got the hood here, I ordered the fender for this side. I do have both these doors. This door's got a little imperfection right there, and this one's got a couple dings in it here. I have both doors. I plan on replacing at least the hood and the fenders, and we'll see how it goes. I gotta try to see if I can repair this mirror, do some plastic welding. I looked at it and it's bolted on still, but it's sloppy. So I think the clips broke, but this thing's running good. She's definitely a fixer and a runner. I want to hear her now that she's running.